December 19th, 9:15 p.m. Our family had a tragic loss, as it were. Mate, it's been an exciting Christmas time for our family this year, as last night we found out my grandfather had passed in the arms and view of his family. This is a sad time. G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Mate, I'll tell you what, how do you navigate such things within the family? There's no real right way or wrong way to do it. Well, there's absolutely a wrong way to do it, but you know what I mean. There's no real, way to handle these things. So unfortunately, that's what our family's been struck with as of yesterday. Look, it's a sad time for everybody. Don't need to go too much into it. Man was unwell, but oh well. That's the story of what's been happening so far. Forgive me for the lack of content as of late. I haven't really had time to get out and ride. It's been quite busy and the weather hasn't really helped us, unfortunately. So I thought I'd get out today because there's finally a little bit of break in the rain. But yeah, fun times around our household, unfortunately, but what are you going to do about it? These things happen, unfortunately. Now, I feel... bloody shit. Just slipped into neutral. I feel like my way of reacting to things is not the kind you want around the whole family event when everyone's sobbing their eyes out, because I have a very comedic handle on things. I like to make jokes. I don't tend to cry. I don't fall into a ball. I'm not that kind of individual. So I don't like to stick around everyone for too long when they're all sad and whatnot, because I feel very out of place and like I'm going to hurt someone's feelings. So just going for a ride, instead. Help clear the soul. Yeah, so forgive me today, ladies and gents, if I'm not as energetic as I normally am. Well, I think it's pretty easy to understand why, but thought we'd go on a ride, make an update, because, well, that's a nice little XE, but XD, I need to learn my forwards. Because, well, as I say in many videos, which you may have picked up by now, we move. What are you going to do about it? Look, my long hair and beard combination, I may look like Jesus, but I definitely ain't no miracle performer, so unfortunately what's happened has happened, and, well, such is life, I suppose. But man, it's wrong to revel in my, sadness, because I'm not that kind of guy that falls into a hole and starts crying. I never have been. My way of grieving is very different to, say, most people's, but, well, it is what it is, so that's how we're going to handle things today, lads. Just go for a ride, speak a little bit. Ain't no real topic for today besides that, so, leave a comment down below and all that, and I'll get back to you. What more can I say? He's a good lad, that one, unfortunately. But he's unwell for quite some time. 15 months, I think it was, that my uncle was telling me, so... Same thing that happened with my grandmother, because my grandmother, when she passed, she suffered from cancer, so my grandfather had his own shared battles of health. So it's still sad, but it brings that bittersweet element out of things, because, well, if you're suffering for months on end, quality of life, you don't have one, so... One part of you gets sad that someone leaves and goes on to the next adventure, wherever that may be, and the other part of you is kind of grateful that they're not suffering and you're not watching them wither away anymore, you know what I mean? Doesn't make it any sadder, of course, but what are you going to do about it? Just because you know someone's at peace doesn't make it hurt any less, you know what I mean? But it isn't like me to sit around and mope. And I'm sure, look, if that's your way of dealing with things, I'm not going to get mad at you. That's fine. Everyone grieves in their own spectacular way, and my kind is, well, hopping on the bike and continuing. Work's still got to be done and whatnot. Unfortunately, that's just how I am. So, I don't know how much topic I'm going to get through today, man. But YouTube's been pretty kind to me in terms of the people that stick around and watch, so I'm going to be kind to you and let you know whenever things happen. So while the wound is still fresh, it's got to start healing. Ugh. Oh boy. Well, what more can one do on the matter? And yeah, so I just thought we'd go for a bit of a cruise now and see where the wind takes us, you know. I think I'm planning on just going to go for the old freeway loop. Because why not? Just enough to get around and see what's what. Say good day to the fan. No, maybe not. Maybe not a good idea today. It was nice, at least. We all went straight there, so all of his kids, so my mother, her sister and her two brothers, and all the grandkids, we all came by. Man was chilling, just like he always was. At least he's at peace. We all said our goodbyes, made our few jokes, and yeah, well, that's that, I suppose. On to the next chapter of life. As I said, it's a shame it's so close to Christmas, but as I say, better now than on Christmas Day, because, well, you don't want to absolutely have a devastation mixed with the celebration. Although if there's a more fitting thing, if death is not but a celebration of life, sometimes you'd rather not mix two things, you know what I mean? Yeah, at least today we were blessed with some nice sun. We were supposed to get a pissing down week, but today somehow, for some reason, although it's stated to be overcast, it is looking rather nice. So we're going to enjoy this moment, enjoy our time, you know, because it would be rude. Take it almost as a gift from the old man. It's interesting though, when these things happen, you really notice how everyone falls into their immediate reminiscent state, where you might look at a photo or a trinket and you go, oh, I remember when this happened, or I remember when I used to sit here a certain way, and you know, stuff like that. It's really both cute and heartbreaking at the same time, but everyone did their best for that man. And although, as we were all stubborn old wogs, he was still doing his best for us. And now we can at least rest and have a drink with the old folks. So my other side of the family's grandparents, both of them, and as I say, mate, they can have an old glass of moonshine up in old woggy heaven. Oh boy. Didn't expect the old holiday season to end up like this, but what life is but a bunch of surprises, so colour me surprised. Oh man. Unrelated, I'll tell you what was really funny. In one of my shorts recently, I got insulted for having skinny little arms and riding it with a t-shirt. I don't know what the hell's going on here. It was quite funny. I was like, my boy, you're insulting me for riding a bike in my driveway. I don't think I need all my gear and all my protection. Calm down, Janet, jeez. But man, tell you what, it'd be one exciting time. I don't know what the hell's going on at the moment with everybody. Why is everyone driving so, like, spasmodically? I don't understand. We've got this guy driving in the middle of the road. And, tell you what's interesting, coming down this way again. We used to come this way all the time as kids, because my other grandparents used to live down this way. But that house is long gone now, so you can't even go and look at the memories anymore, because everyone buys houses, just demolishes them, these ugly looking creations these days. I don't know what it is with Melburnians. They're obsessed with French provincial houses. They don't even look very good. I don't quite get it. So you buy all these expensive old houses, you demolish them immediately and turn them into these ugly looking things. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Hey. But alas, I think we'll have to return to form with some content again soon. Hopefully the weather lets me. It's been horrendous Melbourne weather lately, so I can't really do much about that. But everybody seemed to really enjoy my ride in the rain I did. That was nice. If you watched that one, it's just a pure sound on the way to Marysville, and it's quite literally on the entrance to Marysville, so we're stuck in the rain. Well, I was at least. And it did really well, so mate, I'm glad you all enjoyed it. But alas, there's got to be more talking videos. Now, I know I'm a motorbike channel, but eventually I would love to make some car, content. And obviously, if my channel gets a little bit bigger, obviously I'll go to more car shows and start filming that as well, because I quite enjoy vehicles. I may be a bike channel, but I would love to be a vehicular channel with a primary focus on bikes, you know what I mean? And if YouTube ever lets it happen and I start making the big money, I'm going to buy some old vehicles from the Australian lineup, because someone's got to give the Australian car some love on a bigger platform. But you're not allowed to buy them if you're not in Australia, that's the rules. Although I have seen one in Japan. And Americans love to take our XBs and turn them into disgusting Mad Max replicas. And they ruin the front end of that car in that movie. Mustache keeps going in my mouth. So you can't have any good thing, like a nice facial hair or anything, without just annoying the shite out of you. You know what I mean? Well, I think I've said my piece on what I needed to get off my chest today. So, do with the information as you will. I mean, I don't know what else I can really say about it, but I think I'll keep the video going. I might as well take you for the freeway section of the ride and then cut it off afterwards. But I've said my piece. I've let you all know. Yeah. Don't worry about me, kids. I'm okay. Just another, aspect of life. You got to deal with such things, and like a snowball, mate. Just got to keep on rolling. However, I don't think I'm going to talk at most of these stoplights, because who wants to sit at a stoplight in real life, and then how, I can only imagine watching it in a video. It's worse. Like, ugh, disgusting. Let's go straight. What is this road condition? God damn. It's disgusting. It's like riding around in Turak all over again. 3, 2, 1, and of course. I am very happy at least we got to have some sunshine. Of course, now the overcast part is coming. But I got to see something. Alright, I've had a really lazy day today. Oh, look at the Supra! I never understood the love for those cars. Supras are much like Ford Falcons, only they've got 2 doors and nothing flash, and then there's everyone who thinks they're phenomenal. I mean, all the good ones have spent thousands of dollars, and you can do the same to any car, so I really don't understand the love for Supras. I think they're quite average. That's right, I said it. Supras are nothing special, they're just, cars, okay? My mate hates it when I say it, because he has one. It's not turboed, which I give him shit for all the time, but mate, Supras are not that special, okay? I don't know what it is with all these younger people thinking they're the best things in sliced bread. It's made the market for Supras and R34s unfathomable, because they all think they're phenomenal. Like, look, an R34 is sick, but it's not worth 200,000-300,000 Australian dollars. I'm sorry, it's just not. GDR, cool, but still, mate, no, get out of here with that bloody pipe dream. I say the same thing about the Falcon GDF, so the last generation Ford GTs ever made. People are charging 180 grand for them at this stage, mate. They're not that old. They're like 10 years old now, but still, the point being is, you're charging 180 grand for a Falcon, mate. It's not worth it. Maybe in 30, 40 years, but not now. When I got out of high school in 2016, the car I like, so the old XA Falcon, we're going for like 20 grand for a Falcon and about 60 grand for a GT, right? Which is, that's a sick price, okay? Nowadays, good luck. Those are all but dreams. An XA GT goes for like 200 grand. But mate, I don't even think they're worth 200 grand. And like the Phase 3 GT HOs, mate, they're going for upwards of $1 million. Like, get out of here. And the old folks are wondering why our younger generation's not getting into the car scene, because, it's like, man, I can't fucking afford anything. What do you want from me? Oh well. One day, mate, we shall get things, but until that time comes, we shall drive our older cars. Well, by older cars, I mean newer older cars and a dented motorbike. Oh well. This video's gonna be like 20 minutes long, gosh darn it. Jeez, mate, it's not a 60 zone or an 80 zone. That man's flying. It's a 60 zone, mate. Jesus. I'm glad I looked, because that would have been a bad time if I tried to start like swerving. I'll tell you what, man, some people bloody psychopathic when they hit these roads. Thank God we have motorbikes though, because imagine going around. Oh, that's dangerous. Ooh, a little bit of traffic. Everybody loves a bit of traffic. Hello, cars. You know what the weirdest thing about this whole scenario over the past day is? When my grandfather, my other side of the family's my grandfather died, he was really abrupt and out of nowhere. He was unwell for years at a time, but he was okay, and then he just popped off. And that hit me much harder. Mind you, I was also a child, but it just hit differently. So I don't know why. Then when my grandmother passed, obviously because she had cancer for quite a while, it was more like, oh, thank the Lord, she's not, having issues anymore. Which is a real strange thing to say, but at the same time, when you talk to her and she's zoning out because of the health condition, you're like, I'd rather not have to watch her wither away. And with my grandfather, he was mostly okay, but, oh man, started to loop in terms of memory and all that, so whenever you'd visit, he'd repeat the same things. Now, obviously, whenever I visited him, he used to be pretty well, but whatever happens behind the closed doors, obviously, it was never quite this whatever we saw, so unfortunately, I got to see him in sort of his best, but when it's happened for so long, and people have been suffering for so long, and everyone else is struggling because of the condition, what more can you do, man? It's not happy, but it's sad and sweet all in the same time. So I think that's just my opinion on the matter. It's definitely forever going to just be bittersweet, because it's just not right to see your relatives suffer for too long, you know what I mean? But alas, what's done is done. I don't know why everyone's going so bloody slow in this lane, but thank you all for joining me on this here little cruise, get my thoughts out and all that goodness. Thank you all for sticking around, watching the channel, commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing. Although sharing isn't a common thing, let's be honest. Who shares YouTube videos much? But you know what I mean. I appreciate you all. Thank you for sticking around. And I suppose, mate, well, we've got to continue the hard work and keep on grinding. We move. And now, well, we heal. So thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe and all that magic, and take it easy. Keep it cheesy. Be happy and be healthy. Peace. Bye.